tell you about some of my favorite books that are under 400 pages. I was gonna do a little like under 300 pages, but my favorites are a little bit over 300 pages, so I just decided to do under 400 since last video was 400 and over. Even though my sign was wrong, it said under 400 pages because I was already thinking about this video. But this is truly my favorite books under 400 pages. So, and some of them are like just under. I like big books. This is a YA book that is about a girl named Alex who has schizophrenia and everything that she has to do to kind of survive that schizophrenia and high school, and like the cute boy that she likes that she thought that she made up, hence the name, Made You Up. She thought she made him up when she was like 7, and so then when she actually meets him, she's like, did I make you up? Or did we actually meet that day? She's very confused, and she's been on and off medication for a long time. She sees things, like she doesn't necessarily hear voices, but she sees things, and so this really confronts what that's like, and what that's like to go through high school, and when people find out that you have schizophrenia, and how she deals with that. So this is, I would say, like a hard-hitting YA, but definitely worth it, because it confronts such an important topic, which is mental illness. So important to talk about that, and it was just very educational, but really, really good. So definitely check that out. The next two are also by Francesca Zappia. This one is Now Entering Adamsville. This is like the first kind of spooky one that she's written, which I thought was really good. This one follows, what is her name? Zora. This one follows Zora, and she has like these, like the ability to see these like evil beings called fire starters. They like basically wreak havoc and start fire wherever they go, and apparently they can like possess people, and so that's an issue, but they cannot affect her, not really. So it is her job to protect her town and like kill them, or like send them back to where they came from, but like killing them is like the best way to go. But there's also like, there's one fire starter that isn't so bad, and he's really cute, kind of has like vampire vibes. I don't remember his name, but he's really cute. So it's like, I would say this is like a hate to love romance, which I love. Like, if you have been watching long enough now, you've probably realized I love hate to love romances. But yeah, and like it's also got like a ghost hunter vibe. And all of her books are set in Indiana, which I love because I live in Indiana. So that's exciting. It's like set in the middle of nowhere, Indiana, usually. And the next book that I read, or that I want to talk about, is Eliza and Her Monsters. This is also by Francesca Zappia, also set, I believe, in the middle of nowhere, Indiana. But this is about a girl who has like severe social anxiety. Like, she like starts shaking and gets really, really nervous when it's time to go to lunch and like decide where she wants to sit. And like, she has no friends. The only thing that she cares about is her like webcomic that she has, which is really cool. It's what is it called? Monstrous Sea is what it's called. But like throughout the book there are, let me see if I can find one, illustrations that Francesca did herself, but she's the whole idea here is that so that's one of the illustrations. The whole idea here is that Eliza did them, and this is part of her webcomic. So like, I would say this is also like a multimedia book, because it has her like sections of her webcomic, like they're like little short chapters with the artwork and the story, and like there are also like the conversations that she's having with her fans and the people. Like, she's a big enough deal that she's actually hired people to like make merch for her. She's hired someone to like go through the, like, I think she calls it a forum. She hires someone to like go through and like get rid of all the trolls that like come for her and say mean, awful things. So this is really good, and like this is one of those books where it's like she finds out that her like most popular fan fiction author is the new kid at school, and they start having a thing, but he doesn't know that she's the writer of the webcomic. So I'm gonna have to split this video in half. Yeah. But he doesn't know, and then he finds out, of course. So there's like fighting, and like they like each other, and then they hate each other, and yeah. But this is really good. It's a little bit steamy too, like good steamy for like a 16-year-old, or however old. The next one is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is one of my favorite books that I read last year. It is about a girl named, what's her name? Yeah, Imani. Her name is Imani. She is biracial. I believe she is Colombian. She's either Colombian or Portuguese, I'm sorry. And black. And so this is about her like growing up in not a great neighborhood with not a lot of great opportunities, but she's managed to get into like a really good like magnet school, and like she's got good grades and everything. She is a teen mom, so like if you don't want your kids to read about that, don't pick this up. She is a teen mom, but she's like figuring it out. Her kid is 2 now. She's getting good grades. Like she doesn't really expect to go to college, but she's hoping that she can go to like cooking school. So like that's less expensive than like full on college, but that's still expensive. And so she's got to save for that, and she doesn't know how that's going to happen. But the school that she's attending gets like a cooking program, and so she signs up for that like immediately, and she's really frustrated because she doesn't do well in it at first, but like she's really good at cooking, and that's like part of the problem is she just like gets carried away and starts doing her own thing, and so she has to learn how to follow recipes, and that frustrates her. So it's not that she's terrible at cooking, she's fantastic at cooking, she just needs to learn how to follow directions. But yeah, so she signs up for that, and so this is about her journey like through high school, senior year, trying to figure out how to like raise her kid, be in this like class that requires so much extra work, take care of her grandma, and have like a regular job, and like all of this other stuff. And of course there's a boy, and then she has to raise like a ridiculous amount of money. It's like $2,000 to go on the trip at the end of the semester with the cooking class. It's like $2,000, which is a lot for a kid who doesn't have much money, like especially a kid who doesn't have much money who's high school. Like that's a huge deal. But so it's all about that, and it's such a great book, and there are some recipes in here, so definitely check this out. Like this was just so beautifully written. I definitely want to read her other books, and that's like gonna become a priority because I gotta read the rest. Yeah, so I think there are like 3 or 4 more, but they're all like supposed to be awesome. This was a quick read, so I'm sure the other ones are too. But that concludes this video. This video is far longer than I intended it to be. I'm gonna have to split it into 2. But what's new? So yeah, I guess I'll see you soon. I don't know what the next video will be, but we'll see about that. So yeah, I'll see you soon.